Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today's video is very special, as you know from the title. Today, I am going to be showcasing the coolest but underrepresented types of magic and abilities from anime. As a teenager, I was immensely fascinated by this topic, and as much as I would absolutely love to possess any of them, I can only make a video about them. But before going any further, I would like to take a moment to thank my subscribers and everyone else watch my videos. Thank you guys. Alright, on to the video. The first type of magic I am going to be talking about is puppet magic. I feel the potential of this is vastly unexplored. I would love to have this not just because it looks cool, but also because it gives you vast number of options to use your puppets and customize them as per your choice. My favorite puppet users in anime is Patu. She creates an ant puppet named as Dr. Blight. Patu can do a number of things using Dr. Blight. She can do major surgeries by herself, but the downside is it has no offensive capabilities. But nonetheless, it is a very strong ability, and Patu has another ability called puppeteering, where she can inject threads inside dead or alive people and reanimate them as her puppets. Using this ability, she can even use the hidden abilities of a victim, which is super effective. The next puppeteers I like are Kankuro and Hiruko from the Sand Village. Using Shiko threads, they can use multiple puppets simultaneously. My favorite are 100 Puppets Army, where as the name suggests, hundreds of puppets attack the victims at the same time. Karasu the 8-limbed melee puppet. And my absolute favorite in terms of design and aesthetics, Sanshao the spider puppet. It allows the user very high defense capabilities, and its mobility can be used both offensively and defensively, making it highly versatile. After the puppets, we cannot forget about the strings, and the next magic is string magic, where users manipulate fine strings in various ways to get various effects. My absolute favorite being Kobayashi, a character from one of my old favorite anime, Nora, Rise of the Akai Clan. His strings are made out of his blood, which he uses in various techniques. Strings grow stronger and stronger as his victim become more scared of him. But even without it, he can slice people and solid things, which makes him highly versatile and one of the strongest yakais in the show. Don Flamingo is next on the list. Due to his devil fruit, he can project white razor-sharp strings from almost any part of his body, and these strings are crazy. They can be used as a climbing rope, as a cage to trap the opponents, or for slicing multiple people simultaneously. Even crazier, these can close the ruptured internal organs. The next string mage I would like to mention is Vanessa from Black Clover. Vanessa's threats can not only make spider webs and manipulate people's limbs, but also change the future, because magic. In one of the most brilliant fights I have seen in anime, she uses her threats to increase Asta's speed and mobility in a fight against Vado, who is way stronger than both of them. And we will talk about him later in the video. Now let's talk about the weapon magic, or as some call it, the weapon master magic. Its users typically have various weapons and armors, each with its own unique ability, making its users one of the strongest in their respective animes. Of course, we have to talk about Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. She is noted for her ability to change her weapons and armor in the middle of a fight, each of which she can use to the full potential, earning her the title of Tutana. Her signature armor is the Heart Res armor, which gives her boost in physical stats, and allows her to launch two powerful sword attacks called as the Trinity Slash and its evolved version, the Pentagon Slash. The Heaven's Wheel armor, which allows her to control a large number of swords simultaneously, which can be used against a single or multiple opponents. My next weapon mages would be very familiar to my Indian viewers and people who know the Fate series. Of course, I'm talking about the Lancer class hero, Karna, and Archer class hero Arjuna, who are based on Indian mythology. Karna possesses his noble phantasms, Kavas his armor, and Kundal his earrings, which were given to him by the sun god. It gives him very high defense, in fact the highest in the Fate series. They reduce any damage taken by Karna to just 1/10. His offensive noble phantasm is a divine weapon called the Brahmastra, which can be used against single as well as multiple opponents, provided the opponents he is facing are weaker than Karna. After launch, it is sure to kill its targets. Arjuna, Karna's rival, has his noble phantasm, the divine bow Agni Gandiva, which in my opinion is the strongest bow to exist in all anime. It can shoot flame projectiles by itself and is capable of launching divine weapons. This combined with his clairvoyant vision, which means he can see distant and even hidden objects clearly, fire arrows that never miss their targets at supersonic speeds. Now on to my fourth type of magic, which I find highly appealing but underrepresented, is animal or beast magic. Its users can basically transform all or any part of their body into animal parts or accessibilities of certain animals. My absolute favorite is Lysana from Fairy Tail. She uses a form of beast magic called the animal spirits. It allows her to modify her body part into parts of animals. In her animal soul's cat form, she gets significant agility, intuition, and a projectile claw attack, which she uses in combat. Her animal spirit's bird form allows her to fly at blinding fast speeds, along with which she can use strong magic talents for physical attacks. She has a nine-tailed fox form for super strength, snake form for capturing and poisoning opponents, and many more. My second favorite animal magic user is Vito from Black Clover. He uses his mana to use various animal-inspired techniques, like rhinoceros armor for high defense, bear claw for close-range melee, cheetah charge for super speed, and a giant whale-shaped projectile. Users are certainly very versatile and strong, and being an animal lover as a child, I have always wished to possess some of it. Imagine how cool it would be to have magical stripes and strength of tiger available to you in a combat, or being able to swim across seas in the aquatic form all by yourself. The next is the nullification magic, or is called in the Black Clover the anti-magic. Its users are basically able to nullify others' magic and spells, making them highly powerful. My favorite nullification user is the Eraserhead from My Hero Academia. His ability allows him to cancel out the quirks of others who make eye contact with him, and as long as Eraserhead does not blink, his opponent cannot use their quirk. He uses this in conjunction with his scarf, which he uses to tie down and restrict his opponent, and his incredible mobility. Because of this alone, Eraserhead is my favorite character in My Hero Academia. This type of magic exists in the world of Fairy Tail too. Byro and Yuka used this spell, the spell which cancels out any spell of their opponents. But this spell only works against one kind of magic at a time, meaning it cannot be used against multiple opponents, or against opponents who have more than one magic attributes, which I highly appreciate. They also use a certain spell called as the Sealing Magic Anti-Link Dagger, which temporarily seals the opponent's magic, and on causing a fatal blow causes opponents to sleep for 100 years. This power is super effective and balanced. Two things I highly appreciate. I am not including Asta in this video because he has many forms of the same anti-magic, which deserves a separate video. The next magic, which in my opinion can be used more, is the time magic, and my favorite time mage is Dio, and his Stand the World. They can basically stop the time for 9 seconds, during which they are free to move. They can do things even before they have happened for others. The next time wizard on my list is the Wizard King himself, Julius Novacrona from Black Clover. The way his time magic works is that it allows him to take and store his and other people's time, and using that he can accelerate or decelerate time. Its applications are just fascinating. He basically gains super speed. He can rapidly age someone to a point they die, or revert time for his body, allowing him to recover from injuries. His Chronostatus spell manifests spheres that trap person inside in a continuous time loop. And finally, onto the last magic type we have is the poison magic. There is a reason why chemical weapons are banned in the real world. Poison users can easily be highly destructive and versatile in terms of potential. Gordon from Black Clover is one unique poison wizard. One of his spells creates small badger-like beings from poison to attack, and he uses another spell, the Poison Cloud, to absorb magic attacks. The other poison user I will mention is Mayuri from Bleach. His Shikaya and even scratching his opponents can cause paralysis, and his Bankai, this weird-looking thing called as the Golden Jizo, can launch large-scale poison attacks which harm only the people Mayuri wishes to harm. Along with this, he can clad his sword with various kinds of poisons whenever he needs. That is it for today, guys, and tell me in the comments what is your favorite magic type. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider liking and sharing the video, and also subscribing to my channel. Alright then, take care and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.